Trying to clean out some culverts. They were completely covered over. Goes in the ground right here. These gopher holes. It's coming out like a little geyser right here. Yeah, another day out on the ranch. Went ahead and cleaned out this inlet. That culvert actually flows. When I say this is old school, I mean, well, let's go and grab a morning coffee down here. I don't know how old these stables are, but they kept them clean. Technically, this place wasn't fully abandoned, but for what its potential is, it didn't have, you know, it wasn't the capacity at all. But if you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I skipped one because that's the tack room. So 8 on this side. Around 15. It's pretty much a meat locker in here. We got power in a couple other places now, but get the fridge in here. These things, they don't even need the fridge. The John Deere's hidden in here. It sounded like it was time for one of these. Cleaning out some culverts up top. Gravel man's coming today. This is all done here, but any of the work we did towards the back needs addressed. I'll drop one culvert off up there. Leave that. Go around the corner. Well, he went thick with that pass. It's thick. shuttle it all the way up here to fix some of these. Well, that one didn't need that big of a crater. I believe right here, it's actually kind of hard to tell. It's blended in so well. Yeah, right here, already popped out. Oh yeah, you can see all the rocks. Rock, 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 rock. Big old boulders. It only took us a couple hours maybe to make this driveway nice and smooth right here. Just look at this big old hoss. Little excavator. I'm surprised, you know. It's funny. Stuff it'll tear out. One right down here in the corner. In the truck's not that big deal, but ladies come down here with the car. You got the little mini truck. That stuff turns into a X-Games real quick. I'll go down here, hook on the spigot, start filling my 1,000 back up. Need to grade this out real quick before the dump truck shows up next round. Man, look how much we packed in. Keep your soaking wet gloves, throw them on the back of your truck so they can kind of dry out. I might park out there in the sun, but I didn't this time. So keep the dry ones in your pocket. Doing other stuff. Well, that took, honestly, it took longer than I thought. And I know people will be like, hey, you should just use a skid steer to do that. Skid steer is freaking sweet for doing stuff like that if it's flat. If I got a V-ditch I'm trying to tame back and forth and it's final grade, stuff I don't want to mess up. There's tons of time spent lasering all this out so it's grade, it's got drainage. Get in there with the skid steer. We don't got a little skid steer, 12,000 pounds. So you end up tearing stuff up versus going in there with a skip loader. I'd honestly like to have a bigger one of these. This one's actually kind of a hoss and people don't notice that. This isn't like your run-of-the-mill unit. It's 51 horsepower, but it's idle because it's got a turbo on it. I think that rig weighs in 7,000-ish pounds with the loader and extra counterweights and stuff on it. It's a nice rig, but it's got the rims that are wider stance for stability, but then you have to get a wider scraper box, which you don't have. So you end up having a little tire overlay. Well, that's another section of this job. I don't know if it's technically reclaimed, but just made the way it should be. Cut bank is definitely steep, but it's solid as ever could be. That'll be a lot more work and a lot more just terrible material to have to dispose of if we took that thing and sloped it back the way it should, but I'm plenty happy with that. This road, it's hard to believe that it was technically right there before, you know? It was just barely wide enough to get anything in here. The container spaces, don't know how they really got back here. But now there's loads of room. This road base is different than the stuff that I had been buying because the plant's closer to here that this came from, and it's just slightly more expensive, 25%. But it is probably 100% better. This stuff's packing like freaking concrete. It's great. I need a long piece of pipe so I can clean out that culvert up there. But I just wanted to summarize this part of the project because the road's done. But look at here. Look how this stuff is packing. This is that stuff from the other last week, something like that. Like tractors and everything coming through here. This stuff is solid. So he's going to bring us 3 more loads. We'll see you for those.